If you have an afflicted moon, that is a moon which is impacted by squares and oppositions, especially with placements such as Saturn, Pluto, I would even say also Uranus and Neptune. That usually means that you will face challenges in regards to your mother and to your home. Home is whatever is meant to be home for you, right? That could be your house, the house where you lived as a child, where you grew up, and it could also be your country, right? And sometimes when you have issues in those places, many of these natives end up moving away, right? They are led to move away from their homes, from the places that they considered home, and then they are led to create their own, right? Their own house, their own home. They are meant to create whatever it is that they didn't have as a child. They are meant to create that for themselves. In order for that home to truly resemble whatever it is in their heart, usually that takes healing first, accepting things as they are, forgiving those that have to be forgiven. That doesn't mean that you have to live with those that have caused you pain and challenges. It just means that you have to reach a point of healing in order to overcome the impact, the afflictions that were caused by the squares, oppositions. Oh, I forgot to mention also some conjunctions. Some conjunctions can create a lot of intense energy, right? Conjunctions, for example, with Mars, it creates an exacerbation of energy, of emotions, right? Let's say, for example, a conjunction with Saturn, it creates coldness, a lot of coldness, right? A conjunction with Pluto, it can attract so many challenging situations, because you could go from overpowering connections, overpowering love, overpowering just relationships, right? Relationships that are very suffocating, and also relationships that can cause pain. A lot of, to be quite honest, any afflictions to the moon, any will cause a challenge. It would just depend on the placement, right? The sign that is going to be in contact with that moon, that will more or less change a little bit the nuances, right? The kind of challenges that the native is meant to face. So yes, in this lifetime, you are meant to discover what connection, real, genuine, organic kind of connections are really about, right? You are meant to shed a lot. You are meant to find the strength within, because in many instances you will not be able to get that from others. The validation will not come from others. Eventually you will have to find that within, and once you find whatever it is that you didn't find in others, whatever it is that others were not able to give you, once you find that within yourself, you will be such a beautiful butterfly. So keep holding on, keep going.